Now, I've seen a lot of articles and videos on this, and their solution said to set a goal, keep a to-do list, blah, blah, blah. I used to be a very diligent to-do list writer. I used to be a very diligent goal setter, but I still got nothing done until deadline. I would be staring at my 3 months worth of work only to overstress and almost crash my brain in one night, and then spend the next day recovering from the intense stress. Guess what? The feedback was never good. Today, I'm going to be sharing a thorough guide that helped me get out of chronic procrastination and is 100% guaranteed to help you as well. I'm not giving you surface level information, so watch till the end because I'll be mentioning very important tips. Let's get right into it. Number one, set work triggers. Triggers are things that cause an action. The intention here is to set triggers that once you see them, you are motivated to get up and work. An example can be following successful people and marking them favorites. So the first thing you see when you go online is their posts. This sends a trigger to your brain, reminding you that you could be and do so much more only if you focus and do the work in front of you. I still do this, and most of the time I see something that takes me out of social media entirely to brainstorming and getting work done on the spot. So instead of scrolling aimlessly and reading up on the Cardi B or Offset scandal that just happened, I am doing something that adds value to my life. It works. That is why it is number one. Set multiple of these triggers across all your social media platforms. Another trigger can be calling a high achiever friend that always has something going on and shares ideas. They may not even share ideas, but the recount of everything they are doing will inspire you to take action. I've seen this thing somewhere that, God forbid, my children asked me what I was doing when my mates were developing themselves. So let your friends' wins push you. You could also call a coach, a mentor, attend conferences, whether online or offline, with firebrand speakers. Most times, while at these events, you are already executing. Setting triggers work. Set triggers. Number two, posting publicly. Now you have to be smarter here. This is not posting that you have a goal, sharing all the details and asking people to keep you accountable. Posting like that can be very damaging, and if you are a creator, you would have copycats to deal with. And God save you if that copycat is not a procrastinator like you. That means they will run and execute their ideas before you. Here is a better way to do it. If you are a student and your online friends don't know about it, post that you are in school. There is this expectation of living with good grades even if they or you don't say anything about it. You wouldn't want to post about still being in school the following year if it's a 1-year program. That would mean you failed. If you are an entrepreneur, announce that you are launching an event or a product with the day of the launch. You have put your reputation on the line and would work harder to achieve that. To take it a notch higher, tell them to expect something every single day about that launch or product. You will in turn put in daily actions to reach that goal. Number three, put yourself under pressure with deadlines. Many people who procrastinate don't do the work until the very last minute. Then there is a sudden rush of adrenaline that puts them in a fight mode, and they try to do a month's worth of work in one night. Listen, you're still being able to get the work done at 11:59 p.m. on the dot means you are not lazy. You work very efficiently with deadlines. But the problem is you are not able to work the same way when it comes to your own goals. So here is a simple strategy to start doing the same for yourself. Set similar deadlines. You are not going to be setting an alarm or whatever. No, you and I know that won't fly. You are going to be creating a similar situation as when there is a higher authority demanding the work, and a big opportunity you will miss if you don't get it done within a set time. Now, a normal school session will require that you attend classes, write tests, and write your exam. Here is how to get yourself to study and pass even as a procrastinator. Bring the date closer. Be intentional about finding smarter friends and writing your own prep tests on a closer date. Do this with people that are of course busy, such that if you miss the prep test, they won't even bother cutting unnecessary slack for you. If you still don't write the test, you face a guilt that would propel you to take further actions, even if it means doing something on your own. See what we did there? We've created a situation of an authority and a big opportunity. Let's say you are procrastinating writing your essays or applications. Same thing applies. Talk to a coach or a mentor who has maybe gotten the same opportunity and has become willing to review your application before you send them out on the due date. Of course, it wasn't easy to get this person's attention, so if you miss this opportunity, embarrassment will hardly even let you go back to them. Yes, it is important you do these things, and if you need to stop procrastinating that bad, you will do them. Like, procrastination has cost you so much and you are saying enough is enough. Start before you are ready. If you are working on something important, you would never feel ready. You don't need to know it all to start. You don't need to know everything about starting a YouTube channel to start one. You don't need to know everything about starting a business to start one. The problem is you want to know everything before you start, and that is why you keep putting things off. The most successful people start before they are ready. They never have all the answers. They figure it out as they go. The friction is starting. Once you begin, it's easier to get going. You find yourself going hours on end. Now, how do you start? Lay out everything you need to start hours before the time, and once it's time, sit on your work or study table and open open your book or laptop, depending on the task you are doing. Then tell yourself just 5 minutes. We are going to be working on this for just 5 minutes. You can even set a timer and start. This takes you into the state of flow. Once you start, you won't be stopping soon. Work for at least an hour or until you feel like taking a break. Then take a 10 minutes break to stretch, drink a cup of water, eat a snack, refresh, and get back to it. Waiting till you are qualified enough, expert enough, ready enough is wasting your time, because you can't be. There will always be a new level of growth to aspire to. What you have right now is enough to start. Work on your circle. If you're not getting out of the habit of procrastination, it is time you questioned your circle. Get into this type of circles that no matter how much procrastination tries to kick in, you cannot afford not to do the work because you want to maintain a relationship with them. Get yourself into firebrand circles, preferably a place where you are the smallest in the room. You get this priceless motivation just from what others are accomplishing in that circle. You don't need to feel motivated to act. When you understand this, then you stop hopping from one podcast to another. I honestly feel like going in search of motivation is an avoidance mechanism, an act of just taking steps to pacify your guilt and feel like you're doing something, when in fact you are doing nothing to get the actual work done. You don't need motivation to start. See it this way: if you were a doctor at work, you won't tell a patient you won't see them because you lack motivation. If you have a job, you won't tell your employer that you won't go to work because you lack motivation. As a student, you will still write that exam even if you don't have motivation. So yes, you will see that patient, you will write that exam, you will still go to work. So why not do your own work? You are only acting this way because it is your own thing and there are no immediate sanctions. Adopt the identity of a professional. You do things whether or not you feel like it. The difference between a professional and an amateur is a professional does it anyway, while an amateur waits to feel like it. You don't need motivation to start, you just need to get into it. Make the task fun. We only procrastinate on things we don't enjoy doing. So how about to make the things we don't enjoy doing enjoyable? For instance, only listen to your favorite YouTuber while exercising. Only get a pedicure while responding to overdue emails. Only watch your favorite show while doing the house chores. Only eat at your favorite restaurant while conducting meetings with clients. Only listen to that new song from your favorite artist while doing a research. Create a fun you can combine that works for you. Consistency is key. Kicking a bad habit to develop a new one is like developing a new muscle. It is difficult. You need to train it consistently. However, the more you develop and use it, the stronger it becomes. Choose any of our systems to decide what is important and repeat the actions consistently, and soon you will become so good at getting work done in a short amount of time that people would wonder how you are so productive without burning out. You can always watch this video as many times as you like. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in this video.